Hey guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. So today we're going to dive in to a topic that is not as fun to talk about, but it's a reality for some people, and that is bankruptcy. So I'll be talking about the number one reason why people go bankrupt and then give you some tips of how you can work through this issue if you're experiencing this kind of situation. So the number one reason people go bankrupt in the U.S. is medical bills. According to a 2019 study from the American Public Health Association, about 66% of bankruptcies in America are caused by high medical bills. In 2021, 50% of Americans had some type of medical debt. This is hard, you guys. This is a debt that you take on, these bills you take on for the care of you, for your health, for a spouse's situation, one of your kids. And so it's one of those things that's like, I'm going to do what I have to do to help. And then the sad reality of what it costs, especially if you don't have insurance. So you guys, getting health insurance, I know it can be so expensive, and depending on your employer, if you're self-employed, there's a lot of different routes, a lot of different options, but looking into that is gonna be huge to see what insurance can cover. But for people that the insurance didn't cover certain situations or they don't have health insurance, then it is a part of our world, sadly, that people struggle so much. Not just on that health side, but on the financial side. So if you are struggling with a lot of medical debt, a lot of medical bills, here are a couple of things just to keep in mind. Number one, don't blindly pay the bills. So in other words, don't just pay them without checking out the bills. And so we trust our doctors so much, but a lot of the time our bills come from a billing department that is completely separate. So mistakes can be made. So do not pay without first investigating and making sure all the charges are correct. Also, you want to ask for an itemized bill. So this means you can see every single charge and exactly what it was for instead of just one big bill. And then you can also look and see, okay, I may need explanation on this or of this benefit. What did the insurance cover? What did I owe out of pocket? And so get some really specifics. And if you get any weird answers, then make sure to follow up with your healthcare provider. You can also research assistance programs. So depending on your state and level of income and a few other factors, there are federal programs that might actually help you pay for your medical bills. And there's also nonprofits like Healthwell Foundation that provide financial aid for people with chronic conditions like cancer. So it is worth doing your research and looking into it. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break so I can tell you about our sponsor. And living on less, it's not easy, especially in this economy. And there's a solution out there, though, for the rising healthcare costs, and that is Christian Healthcare Ministries, America's longest-serving health cost-sharing ministry. They've helped hundreds of thousands of people with billions in eligible medical bills. So to learn more, go to chministries.org/Rachel. Also, if you have a lot of medical debt or medical bills, negotiate. Okay, negotiation is a powerful strategy when you're making purchases, but also when you're paying bills. So you can actually set up a meeting with the hospital administrator or the billing department and explain your situation, why you aren't able to cover the bills right now, and ask if they will settle for any lower amounts. You can even ask for 10% off. The worst that they can say is no, but at least ask. Also, work out a payment plan. So if you aren't able to get a discount, ask if they can put you on a payment plan so that you can break down the total bill into smaller chunks that are more manageable. There's usually no interest or lower interest if you receive acute care, meaning that you were treated first and then billed afterwards. And just remember, your goal is to pay it off as fast as possible with the debt snowball. So you want to start with the smallest medical debt first. Also, get on a budget. If you haven't been doing this, things can feel overwhelming, especially if you're in a really dire situation, like someone that's facing bankruptcy. But there are things to do where you can look to see what can I control, and your income coming in to be able to say, okay, this is exactly where my money's going, because this also is going to help you cut expenses to be able to pay off those bills even faster. And again, if you have a ton of debt, medical or not, this is such an important thing to have in your life financially. You can also talk to a financial coach. So if you're feeling really overwhelmed and confused, a financial coach can actually guide you through everything. You can get a free consultation when you check out one of our Ramsey Preferred coaches. So I'll put a link in the description below. Now, again, you guys, this topic, it's really difficult and really sensitive to navigate because it's very overwhelming. It's very stressful. Because again, not only are you dealing with a financial issue, but also a health issue is attached to it. Again, whether it's you or someone you love. So it's so hard. And I know some of this is easier said than done. And I'm so sorry, but I can tell you, after doing this job for over a decade, we have heard story after story after story of people who have been in really hard situations, but there is a persistence that they have, and the road is long, but they keep at it and they keep at it and they keep at it. And it's amazing that at the end, they're like, okay, we did it. And so hearing those stories of victory and hope, I hope gives you a sense that it is possible. And even though it's so stressful and it's so hard, just know that we are with you. And I'm hoping that this video, again, gives you some ideas of what you can do to not only lower your bill, but contain the situation and give you a method to go and pay this off. And so if you know somebody that is struggling with it, make sure to share this video. And if you have been through this kind of situation, you have ideas, comment below to let everyone know, because again, people are searching for answers and a way to get through this crazy life, especially if you're in a situation like this, with a little bit more guidance and peace. So as always, you guys, make sure to take control of your money and create a life you love.